For those of you in a romantic relationship heading towards marriage, in the season of courtship, I have this question for you. What conversations do you have with your partner as someone in a relationship heading towards marriage? Are you aware that there are some non-negotiable conversations you should have as someone in a relationship before you get into marriage? Well, think about it. If you don't know, that is today's topic for discussion. You are warmly welcome to the Let's Talk show on DS Online TVGH. And as always, Reverend Dr. Israel Abambila is here with us. As always, he will help us understand today's topic. And as he has been doing, we are just glad to have him once again in the studio with us. Reverend, you are welcome.
Thank you very much.
It's been a while.
Yes, so you are not looking bad at all.
Thank you. You're also not looking bad. You refuse to grow.
Well, it's just the grace of God.
Well, the last time you mentioned some stuff you do to keep yourself active, so I'm sure you are still keeping by them.
Exactly.
All right, that's fine.
Yes.
So let's just zoom right into it. Let's start from the basics. To you, what does courtship mean? And also, how will you personally differentiate between courtship and then dating?
Okay. As time goes on, we will use both interchangeably.
Okay.
But for the purpose of clarity, courtship is when two people agree to settle down maritally. They have agreed to marry.
Okay.
And they have taken clear steps to formalize the relationship. That one becomes courtship. Courtship becomes possible when your parents are aware, your pastor is aware, and certain steps are taken practically to enter into marriage. By that time, the community knows that Mr. A is dating, is in courtship with Madam B. That means plans are getting advanced for them to formalize the relationship. And dating is a relationship between two people which becomes unofficial in the sense that your parents don't know, society don't know. It only exists between the two of you, just in a friendly level. When you go outside the country, they take it like an ordinary meeting where we can just meet in the restaurant as friends to eat and drink and discuss other issues relating to But in Africa, it's different. So I will put it in African perspective that it is a relationship that has been kept secret. It has not been formalized.
A romantic relationship,
Exactly,
I guess.
exactly. A romantic relationship that has not been formalized. Your father is not aware. Your mother is not aware. Nobody is aware. It's only kept as a secret between both of you.
Why has it become, courtship, why has it become sort of a hot topic among us these days?
Okay. Relationship is an emotional thing. And emotions are quite exciting. You know, when you are single and you are watching romantic movies, you get addicted to them because there's emotions attached to it. I keep saying that love is the only state where you can behave stupid. Apart from that, any other direction, you are very wise. For example, if you want our boss, Mr. Simon, to come and do a coverage of your maybe church program or wedding, there should be some kind of discussions. What do you have to offer? How much do you have? What should we expect? So that he understands that he's going into business. But when it comes to relationship or romantic issues, there are no reason attached to it. You see a banker dating an illiterate, and that illiterate is controlling somebody who is a chartered accountant because emotions are involved. So it makes it quite exciting when you're discussing issues that triggers your emotions. Particularly if you are not yet married, it becomes a big deal. It reads your psyche, it stabilizes you, it makes you excited, and it is interest in talking about it. Aside that, we realize that people are getting interested of getting married.
Okay.
Unlike those days, people want to settle down. People want to get married. They want to enjoy love life. And that makes it quite interesting for people to talk about. Yes.
Oh, okay. So from your perspective, what makes courtship in a relationship relevant to discuss about?
You realize that it's not only a step taken to satisfy your curiosity and emotions, it also implies that your destiny and life is involved. So it comes to a stage where you realize that certain relevant issues need to be discussed so that you know your left and right. You know exactly what you are into and how to go about it. Whether you like it or not, to a stage of the relationship, you have to think of getting married.
Yeah.
And that has to do with a lot of planning. And apart from the two of you planning to make it work or to formalize it or to bless it, your families are involved, society is involved, friends are involved. And this draws your attention to realize that I'm into something serious that we really have to sit down and talk about it. You see, if it's just something like you are going out, the two of you go out, to go and chill and come back, it's not really a big deal. But when both of you decide that we want to get married, it goes beyond the two of you. Certain level of commitment must take in place to make it work. That is when the issue of discussions and certain topics are required for us to put on the table.
Okay, so let's just zoom right into it. What are some of those non-negotiable conversations couples should have during courtship?
Number one is you must consider discussing about your temperaments. Two people can never be the same. We will not understand things the same. We don't have the same perspective. We don't have the same worldview. We don't have the same understanding. We don't have the same level of financial independence.
Okay.
We don't have the same interpretation of life issues. So it is important that both of you find out how you can blend your temperament and then come together. So discussing temperaments are very, very, very important. You realize that when two people are walking and they all fall into a ditch, they will react differently.
Yeah.
These are the things that young men don't take into consideration. Oh, I love him. Oh, I love her. He's a nice person. He has all the feminine statistics of a woman that you can look out for. Forgetting that you are not only going to live with the physical body, you are going to live with the mental state of the person, comprising the temperament of the person.
Yeah.
There are people that easily get angry. There are people that don't easily get angry, but when they get angry, they overreact. There are people that talks more often. Some are very, very quiet. And if you don't understand some of these things, that will bring about breakups, disappointment, and divorce in relationships. So temperament need to be discussed. And the second, which is the most important, is money. Yes.
Explain further, please.
Yes. You need finance to sponsor romance.
Come again.
You need finance to sponsor romance.
Okay, punchline.
Every romantic life is sponsored by finance. When we talk about love, we should consider discussing about money. How we are going to spend our money, how we are going to save money, how we are going to plan with our lives. For example, once you get married, the other things that quickly set in is financial commitment. Number one, your mother have to be taken care of. Your father have to be taken care of. You have to start thinking of paying rent. Then very soon, antenatal, when God blesses you with the seed of the womb. From there, you think about buying diapers and Cerelac and paying school fees. And family members are visiting. Mostly when a woman delivers, the mother will come and stay for 1 month. Some stay for 2 months. And you have to cook. You have to eat. Apart from that, the engagement is not for free. Free things only exist in politics. But nobody marries for free. You really have to go for the list and buy them one after another. You plan for the wedding. Either the traditional marriage, some people want to do only traditional
Yeah.
wedding, some want to do a white wedding addition. All those things, money comes into it, and we really have to sit down and talk about money. You see, if these things are not discussed, it will later generate confusion and conflict in the relationship.
Okay.
And I can tell you, once there is financial conflict in the marriage, it affects any other
Every other
area
thing,
in
yeah.
the marriage, including romance. Very important. One lady says something and I buy into it. I said, when you are single, your understanding about intimacy is
It's
different.
different.
And when you get married, the responsibilities in the marriage can take away your intimate life. How to relate to each other as husbands and wife. It will reduce. Can you imagine lying on the same bed, knowing very well that tomorrow morning your landlord will knock at the door and demand for rent? You will not
Yes.
sleep well.
There's no time for
Even if your
intimacy.
husband touches you, the touching will not be touching. So that is how it works. So money must be talked about.
Okay.
Yes. The next thing that needs to be discussed in courtship is family backgrounds.
Okay.
Yes, I didn't do that, and it nearly created problem. My wife is the only child of the mother and the father, but we are 15 in number. Okay, so we live life together. We fight, we
Yeah.
reconcile. So aside that, my wife don't have much responsibilities in her family, but I have about several siblings to take care of. So any little money I have does not only go to my wife, it also goes to my family, my large family, where more demands are made.
Yeah.
So in this case, we really have to sit down and talk about our family backgrounds, how we were brought up, how we grew up, how we are able to relate with our family members. Because if that is not discussed, it's going to influence the marriage negatively. For example, it's just because I'm far away from home. If I were to be closer from where I'm coming from, every week somebody will visit. Yes, my younger brothers will come, my elder brothers will come. We believe in the extended family.
Yeah.
My uncle's children are my children. My sister's children are my children. It's only few that are able to come because of the distance. But she doesn't have that kind of experience.
Yeah.
And this can generate a lot of issues in the marriage. So family backgrounds need to also be discussed. Then lastly, except there are other further questions, is religion.
Okay.
Yes, we need to talk about it. If you are in the Orthodox church and the man or the lady you're dating is in a charismatic church, we really have to sit down and look at it. Your husband to be is attending SDA. You are into Assemblies of God's church. Our system of worship is the
It's
same
different.
God, the same Bible, but our system of worship and
It's
our
different.
understanding of scriptures are not the same. So that is going to bring a lot of things. For example, one of my daughters got married to a young man who attends 7 Days Adventist, and they don't pierce
Yeah, they
ears
don't
and
pierce
many
their
other
ears.
things. Yeah. And the husband is saying that I don't want my daughter to pierce the ears. And the mother wants it.
Yeah.
Every Sunday, the man wants to take the lady, the daughter, to his church.
The mom
The
also
mother
wants
wants
the
to
girl
take the
as her
daughter
church.
to her church. So anytime they close from church and come home, there's confusion. So that need to be discussed so we understand, okay, this is how we are going to manage this relationship so that our spiritual life will not influence our marital life negatively. Very, very important. There are 4 things that affect marriages and relationships.
Okay.
And these are the basics for divorce. Number 1 is sex. Number 2 is money. Number 3 is children. Number 4 is religion.
Okay.
These 4 things need to thoroughly be talked about. And even in the counseling, the pastor must endeavor to exhaust these points to get the intended couples understand some of these basic things and to know where they are going, so that going forward does not provide division in the relationship.
Okay. So with these 4 topics you mentioned, how early should we talk about it? And is there anything like too early in courtship to talk about these things?
there is not like too early in courtship,
Okay.
but you only have to pick them in stages. There are some, we discuss them at the minimal level,
Okay.
at the early stage of relationship. But going forward, when the relationship is being deepened and getting more serious, then there are other more important serious issues that need to be discussed. So all will be discussed, but we discuss them based on levels. For example, a young man can ask the young lady, maybe, are you working and how much are you paid? If she wants, she will tell you. If she doesn't, she moves on. It's not compulsory for me to tell you my salary as long as we are dating. I can do that if I want, but if I don't, you don't have to bother yourself about it.
Okay.
If you're a businessman and you are doing well in business, you cannot tell the woman you're going to marry my monthly income is 5,000 or 8,000.
Okay.
You should know that I'm working and I'm doing well in business. But if we get to a stage where you are going to be my husband and I'm going to be your wife, there are certain things I need to know into details. So at the early stage, it can be discussed, but not into details. But when we are getting more committed to what we are doing, details must be discussed. So all these topics can be discussed, but they are discussed at levels.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. What about communication in general? Because you mentioned from the beginning, or you gave your family as an example. You are from a larger family. Your wife is from a very small one. So I'll believe that your side, you do more of conversations than her side.
Yes.
So you will become, let's say, for lack of better words, the talker more than her.
Yeah.
In issues like this, how do you navigate it?
You just need to sit down and have a working agreement
Okay.
in terms of ways communication should be struck in the relationship. For example, I spend more time on my phone, replying messages, sending messages, making calls and receiving calls because of the nature of
your
my
job.
work.
Yeah.
So I talk more and I spend more time on other people than my real family. Now, if I am not sensitive about it, it will come to a point where my family will be taken for granted. So number one, my wife needs to know the work I do. Number two, we need to talk about how we can create time to talk as husbands and wives. We are now living in a very busy world, but consciously and deliberately, time need to be designed on both of you sitting down to talk about things that concerns the family. For example, if I'm making a call and my wife walks in, I have to end that call and attend to her. I can continue at any time,
But what if
provided
it's
it's not
an
an emergency. Yeah.
Okay.
But if it's emergency, she will understand based on the conversation, she will
Okay.
understand that this is an emergency and there will not be any problem. So you must give your partner a priority. Your first respect goes to somebody who has decided to spend the rest of his life or her life with you. Any other person matters, but not as somebody you have covenanted to stay together as husbands and wife. So you must create time for respect, create time for honor, create time to play, create time to talk, and create time to bond.
Okay.
When that happens, communication becomes easier. But if that is not working, and they can only come when there are issues, they will not have understanding. Yes.
All right. Another thing I would want you to expatiate on is about life goals from both parts. Is it necessary you talk about them to understand each other's life goal? And then maybe based on that, you decide, oh, yours does not really align with mine. And we might not be going the same direction. So let's part ways or something like that.
Yes. It is not every courtship that ends in marriage.
Okay.
That is what we need to understand. In courtship, we are trying to work on ourselves to see how we can agree to a certain point. So there are many things that we may never agree, For example, the issue of children. Some women will like 4 children. The man will say, okay, no, I want 1 child. So if we come to realize that the lady wants more and the man wants less, and it cannot come together, we can end the courtship. Very, very important. So there are certain things during the courtship, if we realize that we are not at the same page, it calls for separation, and that should be allowed. Because if your goal is far different from mine, for example, I have a lot of daughters who like to socialize. They like a man who will be around them. Okay. There are ladies who have that nature of bonding. They want to bond. They want to walk with their husbands and hold hands. They want to stay together. And this is a man who is planning to travel outside the country. And some go, they return 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 4 years. So such a woman cannot cope with that kind of husband. So people break up based on that. I have also known people that could not continue the relationship because the man was now going to university that will stay for 4 years. And the lady felt, I'm of age to marry. This is my prime time. I want to settle down. I cannot wait for 4 good years. And even if I do that at my own risk. Because you may go and meet more qualified people at the university, and then I may be dumped. So the lady quits. So you have to choose between me and then your education. And the guy decided to go to school. The lady decided to quit. So we need to discuss about our goals to see how compatible we are. Okay. Because we must go in the same direction. We must have similar goals to achieve so that I can contribute to where you are going and you also understand where I'm going. Then you can also contribute to where I am stepping into. So goals need to be thoroughly discussed so that we can test our compatible level and see how we can work things together.
Okay. The last thing I'll ask I would want you to talk about is the setting of healthy physical boundaries during courtship. What about that too?
Wow. I think it's also one of the most important ones. We have to set certain boundaries that keep the relationship healthy. For example, phone calls. There are some people, when they call you and this call waiting or number busy, you have to answer a lot of questions. So all those things need to be discussed to know, okay, when you call me and it's number busy, give me a text message. When I finish, I'll get back to you. When you call and my phone is off, drop a voicemail. When I get it. So those things might be discussed. Another thing to talk about is when and how to say, I'm sorry. Yes, very, very important. So that if I offend you, I should sincerely apologize to you the way that will appease you so that we can move on. All those things need to be discussed. There are some people, when they offend you, even when you try to let them know that
they were wrong.
Yes, you were wrong, they will still not accept it. And even if they accept it, they cannot be remorseful by accepting that I didn't do it well or I didn't say it well. So in terms of I'm sorry, in terms of excuse me, in terms of certain language, so that you not be abused, that respect must be in relationship.
Yeah.
Okay, so we must discuss all that. We must also discuss how to handle our differences.
Okay.
Yeah, how, in case I'm angry with you, how do we go about it? Should we create time for it? So that both of you will know that, okay, this week things have not been too well with us. Let's find time and talk about it. And the agreement must be there, how to address your differences. So that I don't just get angry and slap you. Or don't just angry and use any word at all.
Yeah.
Your mother, your father, now your mama. And some people cannot take that.
Yeah.
That's what normally brings about abuse in relationship. Because they have not sat down to discuss how issues should be resolved between the two of them. Another one has to do with visiting hours. Yeah. You don't just barge into people. You may go in there to surprise them. You end up surprising yourself. Yeah, that respect must be there.
Yeah.
If you are coming to my house, you should let me know. I want to visit.
Yeah.
Not to say that there are times you may go without informing the person.
Yeah.
But ideally, anytime you want to visit somebody, give that person that kind of respect. Can I visit? The person is not yet your husband. The person is not yet your wife. You are studying each other to see how you can work things out. So I must be respected. And there are certain odd hours that we should not see each other. For example, if you bump into the lady and maybe she's not properly dressed, you'll not be comfortable. And when you are single, there's a way you behave. You can put one socks on the window and put one shirt under the bed.
Elsewhere.
Then you put shoe on top of your pillow. But it is something that is only between you and your room, and you are comfortable.
Yeah.
Somebody coming to see something like that, you may not like it. So for the person to organize himself or herself, should be pre-informed. I want to come at this time and time so that we can talk about this and about that. Those boundaries must be there. Lastly, on that point, how we can make friends part of the relationship. Okay, there are some people, once they have this misunderstanding with their girlfriend, all their friends will hear. Anything that happens, they will discuss with their friends, and the friends will now advise them on what to do. No, both of you should decide that we are keeping friends out of our issues, except it exceeds where we can handle ourselves.
Okay.
If not, everybody will just bite into it. And after marriage, your husband or your wife will not be respected by your friends because of the things you discuss with them.
Okay.
Yes.
Talking about friends, some don't like the fact that as a lady, you keep a guy as a best friend and vice versa. What advice will you give on that too?
What a complicated question. I'm going to take a stand on this. There is no much relationship between a lady and a man, if not intimacy.
Okay.
When they say a lady is being raped, most at times they visit the guy. Nobody will just meet on the street and rape you. So when somebody and the guy become too close, it's leading somewhere else. So this bestie thing is creating a whole lot.
Yeah.
Why is the person your bestie? He carries certain characters, certain attitude that you like. If not, the person cannot be your friend. And many times, the besties that we have seem to have qualities that even our boyfriends and girlfriends don't have. And that becomes a center for temptation. You see, when people begin to know you too much, opening that becomes very easy.
Yeah.
And that can lead into many things. This is the main reason why most relationships are not working today. He has a husband to be, and he has a bestie, where they can even go and spend the night there. At the end of the day, it turns to friends with benefit.
Yeah.
And eventually it ends somewhere. So I don't agree to this bestie thing. Nobody is a friend to my wife. I'm the only friend of her.
Hey.
Yes.
Why?
It's the truth. Because what you are admiring...
Or you are the only best friend.
Yes. What you are admiring, somebody else is also admiring it. You know, there are sometimes we don't even trust ourselves. How much more trusting somebody else? Yeah, there are some things I do myself, it shocks me. Yes, for example, like talking to you like this, it does not be my nature to be, proactive and conversational. Now, I used to be the extreme quiet person that can lock myself in a room for days. But now I talk for a living.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So there are some things that you even do yourself, it shocks you. When it comes to emotions, when it comes to sex, when it comes to friendship, you cannot trust yourself absolutely. And even those who are men of God fall into this. How many men of God that will be in the same room with a lady for days with that intensive temptations? Yeah. So why keeping bestie, you are a lady, you are keeping so many male friends as your, at the end of the day, it doesn't help. So I don't agree to that.
Okay. I think that should be another topic.
For another day.
Yeah, for another day. So...
haven't you heard people marry their best friends' girlfriends?
Yeah.
That is it. Yes.
Well, we'll treat that later on.
Thank you.
On another day.
Thank you.
So talking about two people courting, when can they say that, oh, we are ready for marriage? At what point of the courtship can they say they are ready for marriage?
Number one, when they realize that they are all mature and ready
Mature
in
in
terms
what
of
sense?
they are of age
Okay.
and they are working.
Mm.
For example, if from 25 years going, you should be thinking of settling down. If you are working and things are working well with you, from 25 years, you should be thinking of settling down. So when they are within that age, it is in place. If they're financially okay, not rich, but they're able to take care of themselves, it should be allowed. So when you go to a stage where you realize that in maturity wise, you are ready, you should be thinking of settling down. And then when you realize that you are very compatible, well, we have been together for 6 months, 1 year, 1.5 years, and we realize that we don't have frequent disagreement. We have our lives are almost the same. We are going the same direction. That is the time you should be thinking of settling down.
Okay.
And then when you also realize that both parents, just like I said earlier on, are aware of it and they have not opposed it. Your parents are aware, the other party's parents are aware, and there is no opposition, then you should be thinking of formalizing the relationship and getting married.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So we'll now talk about the red flags. Two people courting. What are some of the very common red flags we overlook? And why do you think that happens?
Okay. One of the red flags in courtship is abuse.
Okay.
The person can use any words on you. The person can even slap you, pull you out in the midst of your friends, stand on the roadside. I remember one young guy slapped my daughter in front of Malcolm here. Yeah, daylight, and people came to, that kind of thing. These are red flags. And people who put so much password on their phones, the text message, there's password, WhatsApp,
there is
password, TikTok, password, Facebook password,
Snapchat.
Are you addicted to criminology? The person has something
He
to
or
hide.
she is hiding.
Yes, these are red flags.
Okay.
Thirdly, anytime you ask the person question, say, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, they are always not.
Yes, these are not good signs at all. The day they decide to talk about it, you may not like it.
Okay.
There is something more to even the question that you are asking. So these are red flags. And then somebody who keeps so many friends. These are people that will never take advice from one person. Your life is in danger. Anytime there's disagreement in the house, party A will advise him or her, party B will come in, and all these things are going to influence the person to come to the house and behave according to the advice of the parties he has created for himself or herself. So people with many friends cannot build good marriage. You see, when you get into relationship and the lady don't have many friends and the guy don't have many friends, their commitment is different.
Okay.
For example, if I have about 5 friends and we have problem in the house, I would choose to go to Bralaki's place, stay there for 4 hours. Then I move to my boss, Mr. Simon's place. That place will be more comfortable, stay for 6 hours. And I'll move to this young man's place, stay for another. So I will not have in mind to deal with the issue because I have other things that comforts me. And those are the men, if the person is a man, those are the men that any small disagreement, they will take their dress and say, I'm going out. They are somewhere to go, to stay out 2 days, 3 days, then they come back. They cannot sit there and deal with issues. But those who are focused, they have few friends or they have only one friend they stick into. When there are problems, you will never be happy. You would like to look into it and solve it so that peace can prevail.
Okay. On the flip side, let's talk about the green flags. What are some of the things you see in your partner and then you can categorically and confidentially say that I will be ready or I am ready to journey with this person on the journey of marriage?
Number one, if you realize that the person loves you deeply.
How can you even measure that?
Yes, that will move to point 2
Mm-hmm.
when the person takes you as his or her project.
Hey.
Yes, those are the green flags. The person is not interested of your car, not your house,
Mm-hmm.
not your certificate. It's all about you. Are you fine? Have you eaten? Is there anything I can do for you? Is there any place I can help? So even when the person realizes that you are struggling financially, you can
They are
count some
still
coins and
there.
put it. So the person just consider you, not, who you are,
And what
not
you
what you
have.
have, but who
Okay.
you are in person.
Okay.
These are people that you must settle down with. Sometimes even when your mother is hospitalized, they can still even help you settle the bills. If you are dating the lady and let's say what is the latest iPhone?
17.
iPhone 17. That is not the woman to marry. A woman who is interested of carrying a piece of land in her hands is not a marriage material. A woman who really wants to journey with you into the future, to plan, to build a house, to pay children's school fees, to build the future you both of you desire, will not demand for iPhone 17. So the demands of the ladies or the young man are green flags, and the other way are the red flags, and the other way are the green flags.
But what if the guy can afford it and he doesn't mind?
And the fact that she demanded for it tells you that it's not about you.
Okay.
You see, women who don't ask for things, it doesn't mean that they don't have needs, but they consider your welfare and what you may miss if you give them such an amount of money.
Okay.
Because they know that we have a future to build together.
Yeah.
You know, and these are the women that can even go to boutique and select some few dresses for you. They want you to look good, they want to look nice. It's just all about you. These are the green flags. And then if you should also consider how the person treats people in his family and people around him or her.
Okay.
If you realize that this is a young lady who is closer to the father, who is close to the mother, he treats her friends well, these are the green flags.
Okay.
I keep saying that the first husband of every lady is the father, and the first wife of every man is the mother. Because the wife you're going to marry is another woman, just as your mother. So your relationship with your mother influences your marriage. And your relationship with your father as a lady influences your marriage. So if you realize that this young man or this young lady are connecting well with his or her family, these are green flags you have to also look at. I also want to talk about the fear of God.
Okay.
Yeah, when you realize this person has the fear of God in him, he doesn't steal from people, he doesn't insult people, he doesn't abuse people, he doesn't fornicate or sleeps around, and the person carries the fear of God in him or her. These are the green flags that need to be considered.
Okay.
Yes.
So finally, what would be your advice to couples courting and they are afraid to ask the big question? I mean, about marriage.
They are courting,
Yes.
but they don't want to get married, or they don't want to ask questions in marriage.
Let's take it that the lady is afraid to ask the guy, when are we getting married? Knowing very well that where they have gotten to, there's nothing hindering them from getting married.
Okay. Whereas once a lady asks the question, when are we getting married, he should consider quitting the relationship. Because in most cases, the guy will hunt you. The guy will chase you. He will run after you. He'll do everything to have you. Why? You are the prize.
Okay.
You see, when a man can even be a womanizer, but when they finally meet somebody they truly want to settle, it's like a Beshi has come upon them. They begin to manifest like fetish priest.
He's been jazz.
Yes, it's like the person is under a spell. That is how love works.
Okay.
So if it comes to a stage where you are not the man's priority, the man is contemplating whether to marry you or whether not to marry you, I keep telling people, how can you date for 6 years? What are you looking for? If the signs are not there for 2 or 3 years and you can stay for 6 years, it's not normal. Your family altars are after your life. Because if you date somebody for 1 year, you should really know what you're looking for. If the guy has a future and the person works for 1 year, the manifestations of somebody who carries a future should be evident. If a lady will be a married material, if there's anywhere like that, within 1 year, you should know. But men, we like luxury, we like enjoymentation. So if you realize that you're not a serious person, they will just be using you. But in a normal sense, it is the man that will ask that he want to marry you. He will force to go and see your pastor. You even come to your parents without your consent because he want to settle down with you. But by the time you are not asking the man, when are you going to marry me? You are no more the price. He is the price. So go and pay his bride price.
There is a different price somewhere.
Exactly.
Alright, okay.
I'm having to see men fight over a lady.
Yeah.
I want to do everything. I've seen men that travel outside, they want to break every protocol and come back and marry the lady. So the moment the man's appetite for you reduces and his interest of connecting with you minimizes, you should find your way. If not, you will have 3 children without the ring in your finger. And the man, if a man meets you and not interested, few years later, he will not be interested.
Yeah.
The reason being this: women depreciate with time, men appreciate with time.
Okay.
In terms of physical appearance, that is the truth.
Yeah.
I met my JSS mate and I was shocked. A lady, he has already given birth to 5 children and she looked quite older than me.
You.
Yes, but at school, I was a little bit older than her, almost 3 years older than her. So if at the age of, 20, 21, 25, and you stay with a man from 20, 21 to 26 and he didn't marry you, 18, 28, 31, that you are going to, my boss is here, I'm feeling shy, I don't want to talk. Yes, so I'm driving the point that by the time a lady is asking the man he's dating, when are you going to marry me? You should know that the value
She's
is
no
not the
more
same.
price. All right, Reverend.
Yes.
After all you said, is there any other advice you have for the youth, the young ones out there, especially those in relationships?
Yes, I want the youth to know that love is sweet. Love is the most powerful emotional experience you can ever get from anywhere. It's a place of fulfillment. It's a place where your desires are met. It's a place where 2 is better than 1. Love is an environment that is quite closer to heaven, most especially if you get it right.
Okay.
Yeah. You see, even the word I love you, in Africa, we don't hear it more often from our parents. Can you imagine somebody calling you every morning to say, I love you, you are the best, you are the queen of my house.
Heavenly.
Is sweet. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
Yes. So whilst love is sweet, you should endeavor to get it right. And to get it right, you need prayer, you need patience, you need counsel, and above all, you need money, because it takes finance to sponsor romance.
Hey, Reverend, you can't forget about this.
Not at all. Not at all.
So finance fuels romance.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
Maybe your birthday and then your boyfriend knock at your door with a brand new phone, with pizza, with some, oh my God. My goodness. The kind of names, if it's a lady, the kind of name you start calling you. Why you say a woman calling them the husband, my king, my king? You think he's kinging for nothing? Yeah, there is finance, that is romance. That is sponsoring the romance. Very, very important. So I want to tell young men, in as much that love is sweet, work for money, because it sponsors more of the love.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Okay.
Yes. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you very much, Reverend.
Thank you.
It's been fun having you here.
Welcome.
Insightful, but then very fun. We thank you for that piece of wisdom given us. Well, you've heard him. I don't have to say anything. Money fuels romance.
No, finance.
Sorry.
Uh-huh.
Money fuels finance.
Finance fuels
Finance
romance.
fuels romance.
Uh-huh. Let the
Okay.
rhymes come.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Finance fuels romance.
Exactly.
Love is sweet, but it's sweeter when money enters, right?
Exactly.
Okay. So if you are a couple and you don't talk about these non-negotiable topics, kindly take a second look at the relationship. As a lady, if you don't talk about it, as Reverend said, it means you are no more the prize. Start looking elsewhere and advise yourself. We thank you so much for joining us on the Let's Talk show. And I have been your host, Pepe Sonia. As always, Reverend Dr. Israel Abambila has been our guest. Please like, share, leave your comments, and then you can leave topics that you want us to talk about. Yes, leave the topics in the comment section and then we work towards it for you. Until we come your way once again, please and please keep taking good care of yourself and stay out of trouble. It's a bye for now.